Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Angry Gorilla Sports Network. My name is Josh Luce, the Angry Gorilla, and I'm back with another episode of Chopping Wood. Today, we are at the NuMark Golf Course here in Lincoln, Nebraska, and we played the red and the blue course, two nines that they pair up a lot of times for 18. And it's a nice little setup. They have 36 holes altogether there. So we're starting out. This is here on part 5, number 2 on the blue course. And a little bit wayward, but I was playing it specifically as a 3-shot hole. Distance-wise, wasn't too bad. The last 2 shots there were my George Nickel 4-iron. And you can see I was pin high. I was just a little errant. Now, I left this in here. This is I wanted you to see kind of what I struggle with inconsistency-wise, and then also what I was trying to do, because my second attempt was much nicer than the first. I rolled it up to about 5 feet or so with that second, but that both of those were with the mashie trying to bump and run just across, and I just didn't hit the first one very well. But got to play it as it lies. So I am playing the first one, just not cheating quite that much. But I was using my new claw putting grip, and I only had one 3-putt on the day, which for me is a pretty significant improvement. I wasn't sure though on this one because I left this putt well short, but just kind of lined it up, sized it up, and by some miracle I was able to drop it. So it salvaged a 2-putt. But overall, the consistency with that new putting grip has been very nice. This one here is my my Hillrich and Bradsby 2-iron, and it looked a lot worse than it was. I actually ended up just on the right side of the green there, a little bit short. That one's it was a tough distance because it's kind of right in between clubs, so I figured I would just play it short. Bump and run again. This is probably the most used shot in my bag, and I got it fairly close there. It was, I think, 4 feet or so. The problem is I just completely misread this putt. I read it as breaking to the right down the hill towards the front, and it broke left on me, and I caught the lip on the left-hand side, and so I missed that nice, easy par putt. So, it is what it is. So now I'm moving on a little bit later, and this group just would not let me play through. They were the worst group of players to follow I've ever seen. So I finally got around them. I ended up skipping. No, not really. I just waited for them to move because I don't need to be assaulted by the Cobra chickens. That shot that I showed you is on a par 3. I hit it fairly close, and I had birdied the hole before, so I'm getting cocky now, right? I'm gonna film my 2 birdies in a row, which is gonna be great, and then I do this. Nice try, thanks for coming. So I still parred it, which for me, I'm never gonna complain about a par, but it was just completely underread that putt. Now you may have noticed the name of the or the title of the round was Implosion. And there's a reason for that. You're about to see 3 really spectacularly bad holes. This one here is actually not too bad. I was pretty happy with that pitch. I would have liked to have gotten it a little further, but I just didn't give myself any sort of room to work with. This one actually was nice as well. I ran it up. Gave myself a good shot for par, left it over there are a couple of hills there right in front, and let it roll right down onto the green. So it was good. This green always plays very, very fast, and it breaks a bunch towards the water, as you know, that's pretty standard, but it just always plays fairly quick. So I didn't hit much. I was just surprised that it didn't break at all. It was pretty straight right off the club. So, you know, things happen, but bogey, you know, no, overall not too bad. Um, this is kind of where things start unraveling, though. Getting set up here. Now, this is a par 3 up a hill. It's only about 160 yards, but it is a long way uphill. And you can see things are about to go wrong there. I slowed it down so you could see how close the ball actually came to the camera. It only missed it by about 2 feet. This shot was just dead off the toe. It was lost into the lake that you saw from the green there. And here I'm trying to show you right where I caught it. I didn't even hit the face of the club on that. It was just right off the the toe on that. It was really, really bad. But now here, the funny thing is, I put a really nice swing on this one, and I slow it down because one of the things that you can see, I'm choking up. I'm not swinging very hard with this because, again, it is only a par 3. It's only, you know, so I didn't want to kill it, but you can really see the club load up here and then release right through impact, and you can see the flex in that shaft. I thought that was kind of fun to see. And you can feel that when you're putting a good swing on, or when you're putting any swing on it, really. But that's something that you can definitely feel in your hands. Ended up hitting that. That would have been my third up the hill. Right there. So ended up on the green. Made a pretty good run at this putt. Just didn't make it. You know, so oh well. Double bogey. Figure I'd come back and try to recover on the next hole, which is honestly, it's a pretty easy, straightforward hole, unless you duck hook a ball into the wild grass on your left. Second drive, did the same thing. I just laced it right down the center, left myself just under 100 yards out, pitched it up. It wasn't a great pitch. Ended up to the right back of the green. And then picked it up. So ran it up pretty reasonable distance here. I was happy with that chip. I wish I, you know, hadn't been hitting that one for my 5th already, but it is what it is, right? Some good, some bad. So now I really want to line this up, make sure I get it, and or I'm doing math as opposed to focusing on making a putt. But I do make this, which is nice. Spoiler alert. But so there's a second double bogey in a row. Hit a really nice drive on 18. Or what would be 18. It's 9. And then I decide to become a hero. Way too long of a shot over water. I'm like, watch me. I'm going to hit driver off the deck, and I hit it right into the weeds on the right. So I lost another ball. Then I pitched it up and just missed the hole by 1.5 miles. And then I bladed this. So, needless to say, this hole is not shaping up particularly well. I was happy with my putting. That one was actually putt from off the fringe there. Ended up leaving myself a nice tap in. But overall, this round was kind of the round that got away. I went from a very respectable, I think I was 3 over. After 6 holes to 9 over very, very quickly. Lost a ball on each of the last 3, but, you know, sometimes that's what happens. The consistency being the theme here, right? I ended up shooting 90, which for me I'm okay with, but it's I look at it as the one that got away. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.